We'll get started at the Economic Development Committee of September 26th, 7 o'clock. Council call a roll.
Sure, Mr. Chairman. Mollins?
Here.
Miller? Epicoro?
Here.
Kuhn? Reedy?
Here.
Robinson?
Here.
Petto? Here. Collins? And Drake.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Number one, approval of previous minutes.
Make the motion.
By Dustin, second. Mr. Pecoro, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous, thank you. Number two, discussion regarding payments in lieu of taxes for pilot agreements in economic development in Albany County. This is a project that came forward through the IDA that a lot of people were very concerned about. And so I asked Kevin to come in from the Alliance to speak on this. We've always had a great working relationship with the municipalities throughout the county for like 20 years on the IDA. And so we would like to ask Kevin to explain the process of why they went with that.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Albany County IDA was proposing a change to what is commonly called as the UTEP policy. UTEP stands for Uniform Tax Exemption Policy. Basically what that is, that's the mechanism through which we bestow payment in lieu of tax agreements for a company expanding on a site, and the additional taxes generated by that project are reduced by an amount usually over a 10 to 15 year period. Rare instances, maybe it's 20 years, but hardly ever 99. It's a little side joke there. But so we proposed a change on the recommendation of our attorneys that would eliminate the requirement for us to get the approval of every taxing jurisdiction in the municipality in which the Albany County IDA was doing a project. The reason that that was proposed is that Albany County IDA is one of the few IDAs in the entire state that requires that. And what we were trying to do is just make the IDA process a lot smoother, more efficient, more efficacious in the way it operates, streamlining it. Well, in good practice, we held hearings on this policy, and there was a significant amount of opposition to the change in the policy, so the IDA decided not to adopt that policy. That's where it stands. It was something we proposed. We held hearings to get feedback on it. We got that feedback on it. It was pretty much universally opposed by the various municipalities, and so we decided to back off on that. Now, just a moment of editorializing on my behalf. So, the Albany County IDA is required to get the approval of every taxing jurisdiction in which it does a project. The local IDAs get no approvals from anyone on the projects that they get. So for example, if City XYZ IDA does a project, they don't come to Albany County and say, hey, is it okay that we're abating your property tax to do this project? There's no such requirement. The only requirement is on the county IDA for the local municipalities. So it's a little bit inequitable, but life isn't fair, so be it. It's not going to affect our ability to do projects. It'll just make it a little bit more cumbersome. I think you all know the IDA has experienced a significant uptick in projects. And the fact of the matter is that we rarely, I should say never, we rarely do projects in a municipality that has its own IDA. I believe the last one, and Chairman Demolowitz would probably know this better than any of us, was the City of Albany. The only one I know about was when the CRC did the nanotech project up on Fuller Road, and I don't even know why that was, but the Albany County IDA primarily does projects in municipalities that do not have their own IDA, with a couple of exceptions. The Plug Power deal, the county IDA did it because that project spanned 2 towns, and the town of Bethlehem IDA cannot do any projects outside of their municipal boundaries. So that's where we are. We proposed it, put it out for hearing, didn't get good feedback, so the IDA is not going to adopt that policy, that change in policy.
Thank you, thank you. With my 20 years' experience on the IDA, under my leadership, it was always a working relationship with the local municipalities because we wanted to work and explore economic development throughout the whole county. And we've done projects, Republican with Mary Buzzell, City of Albany, back when the cap was on, the old days, $10 million cap on not-for-profits, and they were all reach their cap, and we would come in, and we would assist them. So it's a good working relations. The reason why we the reason why we do it this way in Albany County is because we felt like the board is that we're not going to tell a local municipality how they should tax or not tax, what rate they should set, because that's them. That's going to affect their budget, the way they operate within that municipality. That's why we always deferred back to the local municipality, and we never had a problem anywhere. So it's always worked. I'm glad that you decided not to do it. I talked to the chairman on the way down of the IDA, and to ensure that this not go forward, I asked him to withdraw it. And he'll withdraw that at next month's meeting, so it doesn't come forward, it doesn't come up again. And what's working is working great, and it's good to see we're getting more projects in Albany County. That's why we invested all this money into the Alliance, and hopefully we get more and more projects. Any questions from anyone?
Good.
All set? Kevin?
Yeah, just-
Yes,
What
Mr.
strikes
Grant.
me, thanks, Mr. Chairman, is earlier tonight, we kind of steamrolled Colleen. We weren't that so concerned about local jurisdiction, but now you've outlined a strong case for why we should be concerned about local jurisdiction. Just a bit of an irony from my viewpoint.
Well, I have full confidence in the county executive to negotiate with the county, with the town supervisor, so I look forward to working with
I hope that works. Yeah,
I
I hope
have
that
full
works.
confidence in the county executive for that.
I hope.
He's a master salesman.
Well,
Any other questions? Motion adjourned. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, Kevin.
Motion adjourned.
Happy, Darius?
In favor, aye.